you're right about also the relationship might belong to one guy. And I might say, I love working with Brent. We're chums. We talk about football every fall and fishing every summer, whatever it is. And then he leaves and I don't have that relationship anymore. And there's some people who are very good and very competent who don't, they might be a little introverted. They don't necessarily build the same fast relationships. And that's a problem. And so, we all know as salespeople that I gotta know 3 or 4 people there because somebody's going to get transferred or quit.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we talk about tribal knowledge all the time and how much it is leaned on in brokerage and carrier sales floors today. You just have that guy. Typically, he's been slinging freight for 30 years, right? And he refuses to use any technology, and he's got all this information that's up here, right, up in his head. And then he retires or he goes to another brokerage, and he takes all of that really useful carrier knowledge along with him. And that's a real problem. That's a real challenge for brokerages.
Yeah, and we also know that the automation that we're using is here to stay and great. We want to continue to use that. But it somehow sometimes gets us disconnected from our customers. And I think people on my podcast will say, this will free you up to build relationships with your customers, free you up to be more of a consultant to your customers. And I don't know if that's not happening. I'm not there day to day. It's probably happened sometimes, but we think I'm freed up from this task of having to enter data or be a clerk. And now I can make more phone calls to my friends like Brent and build those relationships. It doesn't necessarily happen. And also, I can't call Brent and say, Brent, you guys are great carrier. I want to work more with you. And you go, Joe, we don't do your lanes. Oh, well, let's build a relationship. You're like, no, we don't move lanes that you need moved.
This is exactly it, though, right? Like, this is the problem. And one, brokerages don't know which carriers they should lean into to build relationships, right? Not every carrier that you run with should be a relationship carrier. Sometimes, it is a one and done sort of situation. But having a way of actually understanding which ones are the right ones to build those relationships with and having the means to do that is what NextBoard helps brokerages do.